Sul everyone, and welcome to another Sims 2 speed build. 46 Lavender Drive is a 60 by 30 lot and costs 141,559 simoleons. It has an entryway, open plan lounge diner, kitchen, one bathroom, one bedroom and a side entrance to the driveway. It also has a back porch with barbecue and seating area and lovely landscaping throughout. I actually wasn't too sure about this build, but that tends to be the case every time I build something. I think, not sure about this one, shall I just smash it down and start again? But as usual, I persevered with it. I think what put me off was the size of the lounge, which has a sort of like open plan lounge diner, so you've got the dining room table in there as well. And it just looked a bit too big, but looking at it again, it probably is okay. I like the other rooms and I like the landscaping, but you'll have to let me know what you think. Again, I have used custom content in this build, but I tried to keep it to a sort of a minimum. I wanted to use the curtains because, as you know probably from watching my previous builds, I have trouble with curtains because the only ones I like are the double ones. So I used those as well, but I also used my custom content ones for single windows. I've used in-game windows as well, for the simple reason I feel like they give in more light to the rooms. But there are a couple of doors, I think the inside doors, that outside door there is a custom one, that's a custom one, and then there's a couple of inside doors that I used were custom, but the sliding doors and the archways are all in game. As for the plants, I did use a couple of in-game plants, but also used quite a few of the little potted plants that are custom content, because that gave me a bit more of a variety. Yes, and I was going to do a fireplace there. I did take all that out in the end because of the dining room table. As you'll see, when I put the dining room table in, I felt that it was too close to the fireplace. And of course I was going to put a TV above the fireplace, which meant that the sofa and everything was too near the dining room table, so I just ended up taking out the whole of the fireplace. Again, I've used the grey and white combo on the outside, which I've used a couple of times before. I do actually like that. I think it looks nice. I'm probably going to have to figure out something else, I think. I don't want all my builds to be white siding and grey cobblestones. These steps, by the way, are in game, but you can get like a recolour thing from Mod The Sims, which is why I'm able to change the colours on them. I also used a recolour of a bookcase that's in game as well, which you can also get from Mod The Sims, and the walls, inside walls, are Mod The Sims as well. I think they're the Honeywell ones. So I was sort of going for grey and white, as you can see, with light wood and sort of green accents with plants and things. And the Grange mudroom kit makes a comeback. Which is one of my favourites. I think they look really nice. Not too sure about the tall cabinet with shelves, so I think I used that in the other entryway to the back, the side entryway to the driveway. It seems to cut off at the wall, the shelving. I did change that curtain because I realised I had two single windows there, so I had to keep them all the same. But the curtains in the bedroom I used were the green ones, the green lacy ones. And yeah, I was thinking of doing the carpet for a rug, and then later on I do change that and put a rug in instead. As I said before, I was trying to keep custom content to a minimum. You can actually tell when you export the file It's really quickly if there's no custom content, and if you've got a lot of custom content, it takes quite a while to export and upload, actually, even in a zip file. But this one, it was sort of like medium. It wasn't quick like it is without CC, but it wasn't really slow. So yes, I did keep the CC to a minimum. You'll have to let me know what you prefer. I did ask before if you let me know whether you prefer with a mixture of CC and recolors, or you prefer to be CC free. I might have to do a poll, actually. Might be a good idea. Suppose I'm quite happy either way, really. Without CC, then it makes you a bit more creative, and with CC you've got more variety of things to put in the build. Of course, there's the downsides as well. If you don't use any CC, then you're using the same stuff over and over in each build, and if you do, then there's a chance that it might cause a problem for your game, which is why I always say to install with the Sims 2 Clean installer. So there's for and againsts for both, really. Yeah, I kept the carpeting under the dining room table and the lounge sort of space where the sofa is, but I did put in custom rugs in the entryway in the end and the side entrance there, and also the bedroom, I believe. And I don't think I forgot anything this time either. We've got a dishwasher and trash can, and I've got a bookcase in, and the chess set and computer and desk. I didn't put in an easel. I was going to, and then completely forgot, so I suppose you could say that I forgot an easel. So as you can see, the kitchen is sort of a galley kitchen, but I didn't put any clutter in there because I thought I'd leave the counters open for to put dishes and things on. And the bathroom, I think the shower is a custom content one. I think that's a Honeywell one as well from Mod The Sims, but it's just based on a shower that's in-game. But the toilet and the sink are all in-game, and that's, see what I mean with the shelving. You can't see the other side of the actual cabinet, but I left it there anyway so that I could put bits and pieces in, plants and things, which I thought looked quite nice actually. Oh yes, and saying that I didn't forget anything, I actually did. Oh, here is where I changed the carpeting to a rug and decided to do the same thing for the other entryway. So they're custom ones as well. Yes, the bedroom. The dressing table. I didn't put any plants or any knickknacks on top of that, as you'll see in a minute. I used, I think it's feng shui or something, table or whatever you want to call it, dresser. And yeah, I put the feng shui mirror on there as well. I think they are from, because it shows that they're custom content, I believe they are from the old Sims 2 store. And yeah, I put the mirror there, and I forgot to put plants and things on top. So I suppose you could say I forgot something there as well, which is quite normal for me, isn't it? I do tend to forget something. Looking back, I think I should have kept those doors white, because now I changed that wallpaper to sort of a creamy colour and the door's still grey. So I think they should have been white, but never mind. And yet another telephone. I think there are 3 telephones. There's one there, one in the entryway, and one in the living room on the desk where the computer is. I did have a problem with the roofing, but I cut it all out. I edited it all out, so it looks like I've done a really good job. That's the magic of editing, I suppose. Those columns are in-game as well. I used in-game columns and not the corner ones that I've used before. So again, I've done another sort of roof over the driveway, and then used move objects on for those little bushes underneath, and I had to put that in so that I could put the roof on. And I've said before that those little bushes underneath there, your Sims can still trim them, because I've tested this out. For the back garden, I didn't want to put in another swimming pool. There was enough room for that, but I decided against it. But I've done what I've done a couple of times before, and that's put trees all the way at the back, but I'd done it slightly differently, whereas I didn't dot around plants, I sort of bunched them all together, but I've used all the CC for that, so there's no trimming needed or watering from your Sims, apart from the little bushes that I've put in and the flowers in the front garden, but you'll see what I mean when we get to it. Again, I use the rock wall and the fencing, white fencing, which I've used once or twice before, because I think it looks nice. It goes well with the outside colour of the house, with the white siding and rock siding. So I thought I'd do something different with the flowers in the front. So I made a sort of like a, I don't know what you'd call it really. It's not a rockery, but it's just a load of flowers bunched up together. And I used the corner ones as well. I thought that looked a little bit different, just instead of putting flowers all along the edge of the path. The barbecue that I put in on the back here, that's the CC one, that's a Sims 4 conversion. But I decided to put that one in. Seeing as I was using CC, I thought, well, I'll use that one instead of the in-game one. Although I put an audio from the Casanova Cave inside, I didn't put a speaker on the outside. So probably should have done really. Could be like a party area on the outside. Yeah, I get stumped sometimes about how I'm going to do the back garden, so I tend to look up images online to see what I can find, and a lot of them are quite similar really, with lots of plants and borders. So as you can see, it looks similar to what I've done before, but I sort of fill it up with obviously trees again. Do like a few trees, and but I put in a fair amount of plants. As I said, they are CC, so they don't need trimming or watering. Well, anyway, as we are coming sort of towards the end of the video, I'll do my usual spiel. If you would like this lot in your game, you can download it from Mediafire, and the link is in the description below. As I have used custom content in this build, I would recommend installing with the Sims 2 Pack Clean Installer, and the link to that and all instructions are in the README file in the download zip. Also, a big shout out to my members, who are Eero Sims, Alice Jones, Nikki McKay, Diane Rowe, Paula Alfaro and Etel Asfaldi. Thank you so much. I will leave you to watch the rest of the video. If you could give me a like, that would be great. Really helps me out and is very much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed but like to watch my videos, please subscribe, as this also really helps me out and is completely free. And don't forget to check out my other videos, a couple of which are linked at the end of this video. I have Let's Plays, tutorials, challenges and other builds. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Dag dag.